guys.
Hi,
How are you?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can totally hear you. How's it going? How's your day?
So far, so good. It's getting better.
Good. I guess we can start questions. My first question is, you guys have been doing this for decades, performing around the world. Do you guys still have it? You know, what makes girls scream, what makes people come to your concerts?
You know, I don't know if I ever knew that we had that. All I knew is that I loved rock and roll, and what got me off when I used to go and stand in the audience. And all I know how to do is grab the guitar and go up and do it. And so you have to answer that question.
Well, I think you guys still have it.
Thanks.
How do you guys keep it fresh after all these years?
I think you love what you're doing, and you know, Joe's right. It's really about doing something for the right reasons. If you want to be a pop star, that means that as soon as your album stops selling, it's over. But if you love music and you love performing for people, it doesn't end. And I think people pick up on that. That's what makes the difference between us and a lot of other bands. Arguably, we're the two biggest bands in America in the last 25 years. And when we hit the stage every night, people understand why. This isn't a craft that you learn by having one hit album. This is doing it year after year after year. And you know, both bands are watching the other play because it ups our game. It makes us play that much better. And the audience ultimately wins. This isn't about what critics think ever. It's about what 1 million people on this tour think. And they're coming out in droves, and we're going to try to satisfy each and every one of them.
You know, people vote with their dollars. You know, that's really what it boils down to. And they're coming in, and we know how hard it is to earn a dollar. And we want to give them as much value as we can. You know, we came up in a time when you were only as good as your last live show and your next live show, because there was no MTV, there was no television, there was no movie soundtracks to speak of. It was all about playing live, and if you did something that the audience didn't like, you knew it right away, and that's how you survived. And that's the era we came from, and now you're getting the benefit of that.
And speaking of dollars, I'm sure you guys have made so much money doing this. Why do you bother?
Well, we spend it as fast as we make it. I mean, fast cars don't come cheap, you know.
You know, we try to put everything that we can into the show. When you come to see either band live, you know where your money's going. There's no reason to pay a high ticket price and see some guy sitting on a stool on an oriental carpet. You know, we go out and we do a big show. And we also do this because we love doing it. Once you make a certain amount of money, it gives you the freedom to decide whether or not you're doing something out of love or for money. And at this point, you know, we're happy to get paid, but we got the best jobs in the universe.
Okay, now the girls who lusted after you years ago are now bringing their daughters to see you. How do you guys feel about that?
They're not safe.
Open up your shirt.
Hey, it's a fact of life. What can you do?
I want to see your chest.
I'm sorry?
Okay,
Just as long as they're not our daughters.
okay. Now, a request from one of our assignment editors here. Would you open up your shirts?
Our what?
Your shirts. She wants to see your chest.
But you know something? If the camera was working the other way and you opened yours, we would do the same.
Ah, you're so... Okay, now who is a better band?
Oh, that's apples and oranges. You got the two best. It depends on what you like.
We both are better bands.
That's right. At our game, we're the best. You know, you couldn't get two better bands.
You know, it's funny, you know, because they took rock and roll in a different way. There's nobody before them did it that way, and nobody after them. In a lot of dictionaries, when you see rock and roll star, you'll see a picture of one of these guys. I mean, it's an iconic thing that they've done, so it's timeless.
And Aerosmith, I mean, there is only one Aerosmith. There are a lot of bands who have tried to copy it and really have missed the point. There is only one band. You know, Joe is a member of really an iconic American band, and we watch them every night and vice versa. You know, there's a lot of respect, but that doesn't mean that when we hit the stage, we don't go out there and do our best to show everybody why we're on this bill, but we're on it together.
Excellent. Well, thank you, gentlemen, and we look forward to seeing you guys around town. Bye.
We'll see you.
Bye.